My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon 2. We're heading into the sluice with a respectful and hopeful and amorous relationshiped party. Everyone loves the Jester. Sorry, not the Jester, the Leper. And how could they not?
Tread carefully and quickly. This is swine country.
That it is. I'm not even going to bother opening the map to see all of the information it won't tell us. Oh, there goes my armor. I'm probably going to run into something again. Oh well, it'll happen. That's fine.
Rummage through the shelves, laden with echoes of indistinct ideas.
We already have Iron Start's Bon Vivant and Last Gasp there. Compassionate's pretty good. Clotter is okay. You know, Patricia, you take this actually. Just don't lose Bon Vivant. You picked up Cosmic Slayer instead of Bon Vivant. Gosh damn it. That said, Cosmic Slayer will be exceptionally good in the final fight.
Travel without proper reconnaissance. A hasty and reckless thing indeed.
Look, I would have loved to perform reconnaissance, but you cannot scout this area. That's not allowed. Oh, they're big.
They seek to strike while we are vulnerable. Hold them off.
Very glad they missed. I think it's probably an appropriate time to start using some supplies here. "25% chance to even try and inflict the stun, and then the stun is a 40% chance for the enemies to resist." Never mind. Time to start bleeding. Well, I didn't expect time to start bleeding to be so literal. Withstand definitely seems like it's going to be appropriate for this fight, as much as I would like it not to be. Let's do it sooner rather than later. I don't want to get knocked to the back in some way.
What can we learn upon closer inspection?
Okay, we get to send our buff out and then Intimidate in order to get even more taunt and weaken the enemy. I'm going to want to set up Fortitude on the second position and Strength on the front position. So let's go Consecration of Light first. Ooh, crit's coming up too. Let's set up a controlled burn that the other enemy is going to have to move into. Oh my god, I got a crit token from the Consecration of Light. Time to thunk you for 32 damage. Thunked him something fierce. You've still got a combo token on you. I'm blinded, but I know where you are. Because of the combo token, you see.
Let us hope to finish this quickly.
Gore, but we do get stunned. I was thinking we would... I'm not going to be able to fix the stagecoach because I have no action. How does that work? Definitely seems like I should smoke screen this character. Blind him, set up a combo. That's what a blindness is worth. Oh my god, and I actually still get a turn. 38 damage! Good god. What absurdity. Barely a multiplayer game. We get an armor, we also get a little bit of it's
Leave
baubles,
the
right?
wretches choking on our dust.
Relics. I always forget the name of the resources because other than mastery, they might as well be the same. Like, one of them should be money. It shouldn't be relics for the thing that doesn't buy you trinkets. Never mind. Patricia, do you have better relationships to form with people? You do indeed, in fact, and with both of the people that agree. Ooh, swine Skyver. Hey, buddy. I see you back there. I don't think I should prioritize it as my first target. I think I waste so much of my potential by trying to do so. Yeah, like, because that's what I would want to prevent, but how was I ever gonna do it fast enough? How dare you gore him? Chop! Would have loved another turn there. Oh my gosh. Thank you.
Breakthrough.
I don't need to use the Bonesaw in this position, but I could use the Bonesaw in this position very effectively. Would remove my blindness so that... Never mind. Then I can just get the swine down to death's door personally. Sorry, buddy, are you blind? I'm looking for Consecration of Light on our front row.
Incremental, but deadly all the same.
It's actually a pretty big bleed on our Jester. I'm gonna cauterize. Love to be able to smoke screen that bag line. Alas. There you go. Get burnt. Oh, yikes. I guess I'm very glad that I healed that target. I don't think I'm going to be in this fight long enough to try and use a better version of Divine Grace. I think I just have to settle for healing 30%. Let's just make sure that that unit dies. And then taunt. Oh, you got a crit token from where?
Observe the subject carefully, and you will discover its weaknesses.
Oh, round start, 10% chance of getting a crit token. Got it. It's gonna kill the corpse, and you're gonna have to be in the very front position, which I don't think you want to be in. Yeah, goring flight, you're gonna try and run away. I'm gonna try and blind you. Nice try, buddy. Yeah, this is what I wanted to see. Dunk. 66! Send that guy to hell!
An inkling of potency still lingers in some of these well-worn relics.
There's a world where I could see Patricia actually holding the peculiar pods. Plus 25% to debuff resistance piercing. 25%! That's 25%! That's like a fourth! It's more than a fifth and less than a third. I don't know how to tell you how good that is.
Has been stripped to its last.
It should help us much more
The swine were
consistently.
first reported by denizens of a small hamlet nestled on the eastern coast.
Land the debuffs of our... oh, of course. Of course. I mean, being shuffled is not good for us. But it's a shambler, and I answer the call! Get him! That's
We
not the
tread
party
beyond
positioning I
the
wanted.
realms of reason.
I would love to be able to successfully smokescreen this enemy, but I think setting up the burn on that position, as well as removing a dodge token, is probably a lot better. I can use withstand on the leper, as long as they're in position 3.
An opportunity. Squandered.
It wasn't squandered. That was for removal of the dodge token as well as repositioning at the same time. Because I can use withstand now. Oh, annoying. Now I actually will move forward. Oh, gosh. I mean, yeah, if the start of the fight has to be rectifying party positioning, it has to be rectifying party positioning. I'm not happy about it, though. I'm actually quite mad. Furious about it. Launching Firefly from this position is not bad. Wait, Wilbur's hits both of the front enemies? Oh my god, Wilbur's is so much better than I thought it was. It's definitely the time to start using resources. Doesn't manage to push the burn backwards, unfortunately. Thankfully, the enemy frontline had combo. And because they don't have corpses, they just immediately move the next Shambler's Tentacle into the range of the controlled burn. I know that the Jester's gonna have to move forward, so if Rawsome manually moves backwards, I can completely rectify my party positioning. That burns enough to kill on DOT speed in the next turn. That's great news. Alright. Party position rectified. Did I? I didn't upgrade Reflection and then not tag it. I was wondering. I've got 2 blind tokens on me is the thing, so I don't really want to be risking hits. Bone Saw's totally appropriate.
A miscalculation, perhaps.
Nope. Dang. I really wanted to be able to remove their block plus token. Unfortunately, I missed basically all of my attacks there. Controlled burn. That has to be gone soon, right? Well, it's still on cooldown, so I'm not doing anything about it. Let's smoke screen. We get the blindness, we don't get the vulnerability, but I'm fine with that. Unfortunately, we don't bleed the enemy there, which I'm less fine with. We give some stimulants to our very frontliner, and then I think Divine Comfort needs to come out pretty soon as well. Strenorious Lament. Did you... Never mind, we're all good. The party positioning was not the worst it possibly could have been.
The fiend's strength dwindles.
I wanted to set up combo on the second target as well, which we did.
Take
Giving
heart
us the ability to do that.
and do not relent.
Oh, hell yes. There's also combo on Shambler. Not that I actually need that in order to guarantee this hit. Minimum damage, 9 to 24. Oh no. We removed both of the tentacles right before they get resummoned.
A breakthrough.
Pretty big bleed there, though. It's Consec of Light. Probably gonna hew both of the tentacles. So if I set up smoke screen there, that should make it pretty easy. Enemy doesn't have dodge, and they do have the combo. I could just finale you. It's a bunch of damage. What do I lose access to? I lose access to Divine Grace, which I'm not casting right now. 26! Maybe. That's a lot.
Hold fast, for who knows what lurks in the beyond.
Wait. Oh, Sanctuary! I was trying to use Sanctuary. I literally just saw a shield and I was like, that's the guarding ability, because of course it is. It wasn't. Would that it were.
They falter, so press your advance.
Another undulating withdrawal. I mean, I do just need to get through the dodge of the Shambler. And part of that was removing that dodge to set up for the attack through. Unfortunately, the Shambler gets down to exactly 1 HP before their turn if I use Intimidate. And that's the only ability I have that could hit them where they're currently standing. I could hew.
Well done.
And again. And that's enough. That's not enough, unfortunately, to keep the to put the front on bleed timer for its death. Wow, all of my moves are on cooldown or condition blocked. Not often that one happens.
The unrelenting application of violence yields morbid gains.
Oh, that target will actually die on its own turn, so I can take recovery actions here. Comfortably. Second Solemnity, sick. -6 stress removed on that turn. Let's pop a Divine Comfort for anyone who acts before the enemy in their next turn. And unfortunately, that will only be Patricia. There goes the tentacle. Alright. Alright. To mastery. From Beyond. I finally got another Shambler's Trinket. Apparently there's 4 as well. I've just been consistently getting the same 2 the entire time. From Beyond. Indelible Trinket. Plus 10% death blow resistance per stress and debuff resistance per stress. Adrenalizing Ash as well as the Otherworldly Fragment. Eh. The 2 mastery is actually the sickest thing there. I can't see myself using Hardened Heart or Sickening Silence. Or the bottle case or the medicine chest. Nor the Adrenalizing Ash. And I think other than that, I actually have some, there we go, some items here that I might be able to utilize. Let's give you the ability to clear all corpses so you can reach the target if you want to be able to do it without purging. Speaking of, you still don't have purge tag. Anyway, I recognize it's a problem. I'm just not going to fix it is the thing. Otherworldly Fragment's going to be able to do its burn damage more consistently from Patricia. And then Rawsome, you may stack a stimulant atop your stimulant. Excellent. Yes. Another road fight.
They seek to strike while we are vulnerable. Hold them off.
Let's set up a control burn on the 3rd position there. I'd love to use Thunderclap Grenade right now. And I will. Cool. That's enough. They went invisible and now they will die. No more needs to be said. Awesome. Rolls repair. I can use Intimidate to block, to debuff this enemy as well as gain Taunt as well as remove their armor. And then hit them for 15 straight after. Yeah, I've been blinded though. Might as well start burning the backliner.
Well done.
43 on the crit as well. Dies to the death blow.
Will overcome even the greatest of threats.
But yeah, Divine Comfort might as well be as safe as we can. I can't even smoke screen to the position I want to use. Divine Light is unlikely to be accessible this turn. I don't have too much of a problem with using Dragonfly though. I used the Pouch of Light, which missed, but still removed all of the corpses. Strange. Hugh can hit the Swine Skulker despite... Wait, what? Cannot be targeted by most enemy skills if other targets are available. Never mind. You're the only person left on the field. I'm gonna kill you. Didn't manage to get much stress recovery out of that fight, but honestly...
weighty gloom, a spark.
The fact that I didn't have to repair my vehicle is reward
Let us
enough.
hope these repairs will hold.
They didn't last time, why would you think they would this? None of us are practicing Wainwrights. That's the job of the narrative authors for DD2. Swine time! Most of the relationships in our party are now at 20 out of 20 as well. The Skyver. I mean, I can blind the Skyver this time at least. And I think I will. I'll have time to roll a direct stress heal later.
What is it, then, that gazes back so intently from the abyss?
Divine Comfort, 9 HP to everyone over the course of the next couple of turns. Oh no, I'm super blinded. Oh no, whatever am I gonna... Wow, low roll on our damage. Never mind. If we remove your stress, you can remove ours in turn. Yeah, I think I will withstand here, actually. Oh, the extra attacks are... The extra actions are wild. Sanctuary to remove some stress. Skulker in the back line does need to die eventually. Feel like I should start the timer.
Bravo!
We blinded the target and we set up combo on them. And it looks like we'll get value out of both the blind and the combo. The leopard just cannot stop hitting like a truck. It's too powerful not to Roll the inspiring there. I remove one stress from myself as well as one from Rawsome with that action. Oh, I can just also remove one more from Rawsome with another Solemnity. Follow up with the Consec of Light, and then boom, watch the enemy die. Whew.
An inkling of potency still lingers in some of these well-worn relics.
It's 20% damage on melee skills.
Abates.
No, the extra actions are definitely accounting for at least 50% extra damage. I like you when you're quiet, says Patricia to Mr. Gibberish, who likes her more as a result. Mr. Gibberish has revealed himself as a masochist. Ooh, we get some whiskey. Which I think we might have a whiskey's worth of relationship fixing to do.
We would come here in summers of years gone to write, think, and rest.
I didn't know it was possible to get positive quirks. Round start, heal 5%! Amateur Armorsmith on Nekohime. Patricia is generous, plus 5% to positive relationship chance, which does replace the Bon Vivant trigger that I was looking for. Mr. Gibberish is an early risers, faster in high light. Oh, generous replaced Cosmic Slayer. Oh well. Extra speed and highlight for the leper. Interesting.
Precious relics remind us of a time before the end.
So Patricia and Mr. Gibberish share one bottle together, and now we're clean. Gonna use a stitching kit for 20% extra HP on Mr. Gibberish and Nekohime each.
Every road a winding torment. Every turn bent on our destruction.
Avoid the watchtower for more mastery. How much more mastery do I
One learns
need?
quickly when survival demands it.
Not much. Perhaps I should start buying food? There's the Alembic and retort. Yeah, perhaps I should start buying and stockpiling food just for the sake of the max HP buffs. Unfortunately, we didn't get any flapjacks from the previous area. Would have loved that. So I know the next thing I have to deal with is the Exemplar, so this is where I definitely need to decide what combo removal I'm going to use. So Battle Ballad would have the ability to remove combo from anyone who is not in the very front position. And Gibberish with Reflection would have the ability to remove combo from themselves in the very front position. Also worth noting, Rawsome in the back of the party does have access to a guard that seems relevant. Bash can upgrade to give combo to the target. The upgrade for Ruin is that it will also give bleed. I want that for the final fight especially, but also for the upcoming. I think Reflection and maybe Ruin might be the two that I take here. No, obviously one of them needs to be an upgrade to Battle Ballad, of course. Reflection doesn't actually need to be upgraded to perform the function I'm looking for. Gibberish, you now drop Solemnity, Ruin, and Intimidate for Reflection. And I don't want to drop Finale, but I will drop Finale for the sake of picking up Battle Ballad. Prevent you from getting debuffed. And then I think everyone else is going to get some flapjacks. Bandages, deathcap spores, shimmering powder. Laudanum chalk dust. Glimmer of hope. I don't think I'm going to need the Glimmer of Hope. As long as I'm appropriately aggressive. And I think I want to otherwise save my money. So I didn't like get any baubles from the previous area, but I did break stuff.
If it is to carry you where you must go.
I mean, just statistically, the Fator's better for us than the Sprawl. Though the Sprawl has opportunities to give us some of the best trinkets that exist for the Arsonist. I can't fight the Sprawl mini-boss at all. Cool. That's already decided my path for me. We're going to the Fator.
Continues to spread its tendrils of rot and pestilence.
I believe we are correctly equipped. Let's go. Hope.
Aspiration unites the hopeful.
Oh, Chop and Fade to Black both having negative stress on them. That's great.
Tried and tested. A bond to be counted on.
Smoke Bomb and Battle Ballad each make the other character dodge plus. Sick. Judgment and Reflection. Well, at least Reflection's still giving some negative stress to another character at least. Oh, Divine Comfort. At the very start of the battle I cast this, and it gives a strength token to Nekohime.
While the heart still beats, desire will never die.
And DOT removal via Sanctuary and Firefly. Let's quickly clear this area. I say that knowing it won't be especially quick.
The rancid crop grows unchecked and abhorrent.
Okay, so, most daunting available path. I don't really want to go to the Hoarder. I don't have resources for it. I can go Resistance, Assistance, Resistance, Cache, cut over to an Oblivion's Ingress, Unknown, Lair, Academic Study, question mark leave. And I'll only break down twice. Sounds like a good week for me. Alright. Time to commit.
You will fight so that others may flee.
It's only fair. Hard to turn down such a good opportunity for a dragonfly. Yeah, I'm gonna prevent that guy from critting by murdering him. Dang, if you let me attack again, I might have finished the job. There we go, there's the Divine Comfort and Strength token for Neko. Strength token is immediately going to be used. Oh, but that target already had blind on them! Let's Q to try and move the other enemies forward.
Learned.
Shell Shock strikes our backline ineffectually. Might as well set up a consecration despite the fact that it's very far from needed. I'd love to be able to actually use Cauterize right now. Rude of the enemies to have prevented that. Use Reflection to get 2 stress off of the party.
A master stroke.
And sure, Consec of Fortitude. Hey, there we go. Cauterize! Get rid of that bleed. Why don't you have a full heal instead?
Measured and steady.
Claim some graves there. Thankfully, did not go too hard on that. Leaving myself the opportunity still to bleed the target out by the next turn. I did not sincerely expect I was going to get rid of that final point of stress before the end of the fight. Alas.
We are the flame, burning brightly for all the world to see.
Avoid the watchtower. I believe my current path avoids the watchtower, but even if it doesn't, that's fine. It's not really going to be a problem. I do not need all of the mastery that is currently being offered to me. I barely really need any of it at this point. Everyone's in full agreement that we should kill these enemies. Well, I resisted a disease, but I did pick up Hemic Rot again on Patricia. That's your 3rd disease over the course of this run. 2nd time having Hemic Rot. You know what? I suspect I'll be in this fight long enough. I'm gonna use Ruin. Yes. Yes. Now I'm gonna withstand to taunt. Hilarious. Thank you for the hopeful buff.
Emboldened.
So currently we have plus 20% damage for one battle. I could have sworn we've been... Oh, only hurt once because the bleed doesn't go off until the start of the next turn. Gonna give a Consecration of Light to our front line because that bad boy is already... Yep, already prepared to hew both of the enemy front line. Incroyable. Let's try and continue blinding the enemy backline as well. Got control burn on their position. It's about time for a Divine Comfort. Oh no, they ate the corpse.
Subtraction.
Activating a powerful skill. I do not have Finale tagged, but it would be hilarious against the dinner card right now.
The enemy weakens and wanes. Bravo.
Uh-oh. 42, thank you for the crit token. And... I'll finish it up myself with the Q. Doesn't matter if the enemies have Death's Door if you kill them twice in the same turn.
Artifact of unparalleled power.
Unparalleled power, it just prevents bleed, buddy. It's not that good. Actually, I should free up some extra slots already. There's no way I can go to the Shroud anymore. Stone Mount's not relevant. Neither is Gnarled Knuckles. Neither is Sacrificial Host. Distracting Dust is not nothing. But I will get rid of it. Okay. 6 slots open. I just don't want all of our items to activate at the same time. Like, we run over something, and then also we generate Flapjacks, and then also we generate Invigorating Stew. By the way, we've still not generated any Invigorating Stew. I spent 40 on that thing. Oh, you'll repair our wheels? And give us Torchlight. Absolutely. Oh, I'd like food, but the wheel repair seems important. There's a cache up ahead. So I'm ready for more inventory management minigame. Wait, that's not a cache.
Toothy and corpulent, slaves to their hunger.
Fortunately, I need to harm a relationship here, but I do get a strength token going into the fight, so who has the last laugh, really? Still them? Got it. Dragonfly and Demolch seems reasonable there. Harvest.
A master stroke.
And yep, that's exact damage to... Oh no, don't... Oh no, that's fine, you can have regen, just as long as you don't heal the livestock, because the livestock's gonna die to its DOT at the start of its turn. I will Consec a Blight our frontliner. Oh, and we do get a crit token. can't guarantee that I can hit, though, unless I use reflection. And you know what? I will. I want to guarantee the hit of this crit. See? Wasn't that worthwhile?
A steady subtraction, an invariable result.
Blind them and move back. Also form a slightly better relationship after inviting a negative relationship by choosing to take this fight in the first place. Inhuman appetites. You eat the corpse, you full heal, you are now corpulent. 11 to 29. 15's on the lower end of that. 12 certainly is too. Dang, I was trying to cause another positive relationship, get us all the way back to 20. Enemy now on death's door, but they have like 75% death blow resist if I recall correctly. Nope, 25% at the moment.
Persistence will overcome even the greatest of threats.
Hell yeah.
Reprieve until the next test is put before you.
Pick up a hag's horde trinket there, not relevant to us.
Loathing whispers.
I do feel like a lot of the mid-tier trinkets, the blue trinkets, are like half of them are incredible, half of them are garbage. That's too much. Like a third of them are incredible, a third of them are complete garbage, and a third of them are reasonably situational. And it just makes it difficult.
Waste. Best to take all you can.
Because there's a lot of access to significantly better trinkets than them over the course of the run. I just feel like I don't get to make a lot of decisions in terms of my trinkets. Like, I do have a lot of trinkets, and there's a lot of decisions to make. But most of them simplify down to something relatively straightforward. I know that in a set, it's important to have, you know, things that aren't particularly good, as well as things that are particularly good. You know, it gives the player expression that they can demonstrate, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe
Your
that
coach is laden. You can carry no more.
perhaps there would have been a different way of doing that I would have been more enthused by. Extra traveling heal's probably not relevant. Yeah, it's probably more relevant than a couple of the other things in here still. Like 2 stacks of ablated powders and burn souls. A lot more relevant than that. Mm-hmm.
The avatars of oblivion. Clergy of the spreading stain.
I really hope I don't now find, like, another hero shrine in the next space or something like that. Like, I could have taken an occultist. Maybe I would have been able to unlock more on them. Oblivion's Ingress. It would have been nice if Patricia had an opinion there. Would have given a possible agreement to rectify the relationship between her and Mr. No, not Mr. Gibberish, Rawson. No, not Rawson. Neko Hime. A lot of regeneration. The entire enemy team acted... Oh, they're hastened. That makes sense. I was wondering, how the hell did they act all over the top of me like that? thunderclapping. There we go, Consecration of Token on the front line, as well as Ruin. I'll get him something severe soon. Yeah. Smoke screen on the altar to set up combo as well as remove its more tedious block token there. I mean, I can now hew. But I think I should probably just stick to murdering the altar instantly.
On to the next.
And then we can do the evangelist. Yes. Plus 40% damage for one battle. Oh, I love it when they're so generous like that. Thank you. Divine Comfort a bit later in the fight than I'm typically comfortable with, but it's okay. There's gonna be a lot more corpses on the next turn to remove. There's one of them. Girl Burn removes the dodge of the enemy backline. And that'll be enough.
An invariable result.
Patch of Light clears all of those corpses, revealing a hopefully terrified cherub. Get chopped. Also Mastery, 10% Flame, Dark Impulse, and Hardened Heart Scumbag. More Mastery and more trinkets than I need.
Whispers.
That melody, I've killed to it before.
They emptied their larders, gorging themselves as the world began to crumble.
Sturdy enemies here. Extra max HP and extra movement resist. I don't intend to move you all, so that should be fine. I'm going to choose to withstand here. I think we have enough damage with the rest of our team. Actually, and now that I've withstood, I'm going to use Ruin. Because I'm already going to get hit. Might as well do sick damage as a result. Plus 40%. Consecration of Light to increase another 50% on our attack damage there. Mongrel is now dead. And so is the Pillager Hatchetman. I'm going to intentionally move Neko back, using Fade to Black to do so, as well as blinding a character that hasn't acted in this round. Oh my god, plus 80% damage for one battle? I am stunned this turn though, so I don't really get to use the damage. Never mind! I definitely do still. 68! Oh, it's so good. Yeah. Not a quick Divine Comfort there. Let's try and set up some burn on the enemy backline. I want to use Reflection just for the negative stress on Rawsome in the back. Nice crit, but no stress reduction. I'm gonna elect to full heal the leper again rather than let that continue for too long. Hugh removes all of the corpses from the field, leaving the Pillager Crackshot with only the ability to use frantic retreats. Go. Easy fight. How far is the Exemplar away? I'm ready for more. I'm ready for true damage. I'm ready to forget to tag the right skill in at the right time and just lose a very promising run suddenly. Oh, it's a Creature's Den before the Lair. My god, we're gonna get a bunch of candles. Although I haven't fought the Lair in every area.
Blades, that we may properly excise our portion.
I would have liked to. Patricia and not Mr. Gibberish again. Nekohime are back on the rocks. Only very friendly rather than max friendly. Oh, Gander.
Analysis is the natural prelude to action.
Clearly the unique dog of the area. Managed to crit burn it. That's a lot of damage. Please stop doing that. Oh, never mind, I get my turn afterwards anyway. Sick. Yeah, withstand.
Malaise, measured and steady.
Mournful Howl moves backwards, attempts to stun, but I've got stun resist because I was stunned last turn. Fight's definitely going to be long. There's another wave after this, so let's start setting up consecrations. With no Death's Blow. Dang, Gander does have Death Blow. That's fine. I am going to use Reflection. Remove 2 blindness tokens from myself. And then killing the carrion eater first means it's not going to be able to eat a bunch of corpses and get too powerful.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
I'm going to go with the Consecration of Fortitude rather than trying to remove stress from Patricia just yet.
Incremental, but deadly all the same.
Another mournful howl. That's a lot of stress it puts out. And it's not a stun, it's a daze. It's just we resist it with stun resist as well. This is reflection, 2 stress healing and some blindness taken away, and frees up my ability to confidently strike. Ooh, no stress on Patricia despite being crit and stunned. Very glad to see that. I definitely don't want you to be taking extra damage on the vulnerability though, so I will now guard you. Alright. Tarantism, we got another disease. I mean, I can just wait for that enemy to bleed at the start of the next round. The only thing is I can't actually kill them right now. Let me use Cauterize. I'm going to kill it with the next action.
Another impediment, cleared with impunity.
I think it'd be totally appropriate to use Withstand here. If I get a second turn, Ruin wants to come out next. Alright, buddies. Best of luck. Wow, still got me. That said, I still get to hit you back. And I'm not blinded as well. Oh, sick. 9 damage. I mean, I would have loved to do more, but I've got a weaken token and the enemy's got a block plus token. 34 if it hit a Weber, though. Definitely time to Dragonfly away. I mean, I'll refresh Sanctuary on Patricia here, but it's not really that necessary.
Hold fast, for who knows what lurks in the beyond.
If that propagated its burn backwards, we would have been able to skip a turn from that Weber. Alas, that Weber is never going to attack again now.
Deadly all the same.
Oh, I really would have wanted to hit that. That would have been cool. Oh well. I'll just have to hit this one instead. units that will die as soon as they take their turn.
Methodical appliance of harm.
Plus 140% damage for one battle. That is going to be ridiculous in the final fight. Oh my god, it's going to be so good. I only just realized how good it's actually going to be.
Sweat-soaked brows.
Because it lasts for a whole battle.
Steady stances. Exhaustion takes hold.
I mean, might as well start working through their burn.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
I'm actually getting on low HP. I'm below a third. I think I can actually get hit with Divine Grace now. No. Could have sworn. I'm literally 1 HP too high. Baby, I'm crying about it. Target's already dead now. Leper goes, loses HP. That's important.
In crisis, we can rely only upon each other.
There we go. Now we can Divine Grace you for 48 HP. The enemy just bleeds to death immediately after.
An invariable result.
Oh boy, that was well handled, I think. Like, not extremely difficult to close out that fight like that, but it makes a huge difference. Bulbous Venom Gland, +1 to Mastery and discounted Trinkets. I suspect that's probably not going to be relevant.
The loathing abates.
Lair time! Who needs to prepare differently for a lair? Combat items? Oh boy, crow's feet. Bandages certainly seem appropriate. Our Torch is doing okay, and it's going to continue doing okay, because anytime we take one of these difficult encounters, we're also getting Torch back for the for the completion of it. From the completion of it. That said, I'd still like the ability to remove bleed. And the ability to inflict it certainly can't hurt.
Steel yourself. The hulking horror inside will not fall easily.
You sure? Ooh, is this who you meant as the hulking horror? Black Phillip, the Beast of Burden, who gets 2 turns before I even get to play? Rude. Yeah, that was kind of ridiculous. Their bleed resist is really high, their burn resist is nothing. set up the vulnerability as well as the combo. That's probably enough. Did manage to land the bleed on Black Phillip there.
Let us hope to finish this quickly.
Let's try and get some HP as well before the end of this. Please. Thank you. Dang! Burn resist is their lower one, and unfortunately that didn't help. Oh, you cleared their debuff. How rude. There's a reasonable possibility there we could have even prevented the attack from happening in the first place. Alas, we did not manage to. We rolled minimum. Annoyingly, Black Phillip is absolutely getting ridiculous turns over the top of us here. It's okay. Still get to advance. Stop! Stop moving me out of position. I need to be in position. What? That'll do. Because now I get to Dragonfly, and they've both got combos setting up for a sick hue. Harvest, and now everyone has combo. Hue both of you for 6. I really wanted another turn there. That would have been great. I'm going to roll the Divine Comfort early here for the comfort of Nekohime. Very glad to see that actually propagated its burn backwards, the direction I'd have preferred. The maid is 1 away from dying. That's enough HP that I can deal with that via Intimidate. Not that I have Intimidate unlocked anymore, but I could have. We'll withstand for the taunt instead then. We need 2 less HP. Actually, 3 less HP, I think, on Neko in order to trigger the Divine Grace, and that's just not really going to happen. There goes the maid before their turn. Or on their turn, rather. We actually managed to get value from removing that corpse. Not only did we get a stress heal, but we also managed to move the target into the controlled burn position. Not that that matters, because then we immediately move them back out of it by creating a couple corpses. Divine Grace is available,
A
yay!
calculated generosity, but a welcome one nonetheless.
I'm just gonna use Smoke Screen here, attempt to prevent any effect from really coming out and ruin my life. Wow. That's about as bad as it could have gone. Alright. Ooh, new trinket. Carved Toy. At turn start, if stealthed, 50% chance to gain a crit token. Apply on hit Half-Light skills. 50% chance to combo. Eh. Galvanizing Gauntlet, +1 to Blight dealt. And Kitchen Knives, if the target has Blight, plus 15% crit. Gain on crit, heal 2, and gain on resist Blight and extra action 20% of the time. Harvest Bounty for extra inventory slots. And the Alembic and Retort. I could have had the Mortar and Pestle, the Alembic and Retort, and the 2 other pieces of equipment that like them. Not at a good speed, mind, but I could have. This will be a bunch more candles at the end of the run, regardless, so still definitely worth doing.
Half-eaten mother. The child is a ravenous avatar of degeneracy.
Great blinding right there.
The fiend's strength dwindles.
I'm gonna reduce their speed.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
Only makes sense here to take some safe actions, as well as some buff. I'm gonna give stimulants to our leper as well, because I have so many stimulants.
Only upon each other.
And a consecration of light. I'm ready for the max damage leper. I need to resist the other debuffs. Tantalizing to bit. You missed. Sapid drippings. You don't miss that one. Da-ba-da-ba-da. 36 maximum damage. He's bleeding his absolute brains out. Buffing the hell out of my leper while he does so too. Stimulants for the leper, and then Divine Comfort. Noting that the Harvest Child has to attack again, and if it has to attack again, it has to move itself in a position where the leper is now capable of hitting it. Donk! Can I hit you again? Donk! Oh, so good. Dragonfly, and that's absurd, ridiculous, wild. Oh, the loot. Oh, all of the loot. I'm gonna throw most of it away. Oh, all of the loot. Oh, I got so much. Yeah, I attempted to empty out some containers there. Study. I think just to make sure I don't end up screwing it up, I am gonna put the holy water on first. Torch is definitely high enough to not really worry about the glimmers of hope. I'm gonna throw them away now. Whiskey flask, I may as well keep the possibility that it actually helps. I don't really stun targets, so the bone mallet doesn't make any sense. It's so much work to stun a target. And then there's a lot of things that give you additional effects if the target is stunned, but it's so much work to stun the target in the first place. When are we going to do that? Obviously, let's get rid of all of the... irrelevant stuff. Excellent. Hey, I've got an invigorating stew. Love it. That's what I'm looking for. One single item that feeds the whole party, so it's very efficient. Yeah, pile of ashes, isn't that good? Burn mallet 2. From beyond also. You kill your pods, you're on your way out too. Keep your wits about you. I'm gonna throw you out of the wagon at any time.
Up ahead, the seat of our regrettable research.
Oh, which fire starter's the best fire starter?
The enemy weak.
Ooh, they actually managed to resist. Good work, Firemouth. I guess. They may not burn, but they do bleed. Woof. It's a lot of damage on that guy. Maybe I should give him some bandages. I'd also just draw the attack elsewhere. Let's go with Divine Comfort. Definitely not going to be in this fight long enough. Yeah, great. Okay, I'm so glad to have Cauterized.
A small foundation of trust.
Oh no, I've been blinded. Whatever will I do? I'm a leper.
Measure out your violence and apply it judiciously.
Thank you, Rawson, for just solving your own positional problems. Absurdly kind of you. I'm gonna use the crit token to crit heal myself there. And then reflection. 2 stress off the party as well as 1 blindness. I know that their enemy front is already dead. Which significantly lowers my threat. Big mortar. This is just the movement play, but hey, it also did some stress recovery. I'm gonna go with a quick withstand.
Collaboration
Buffed.
confers advantage.
Huge amount of resistances there. Great. It's extremely low odds that these occur in an order that ruins me. Firefly, if it crit, I might do 4 damage. It's not going to be enough to take the target out.
The enemy weakens and wanes.
It would have been enough to take the target out if I did 1 more damage. Oops. I just want to get to the Jester's turn. Let's use Reflection. Then I'm going to use Ruin. The reason is because I don't want to accidentally reduce the stress below the stress removal threshold of 5 for the Inspiring Tune. Might as well get the leper back onto full HP before the end of the fight. And round it out with a double crit. I probably don't need Hue in the very final fight, which unlocks the ability to maybe get revenge. Some more strength and crit tokens. Academic study with some unique liquors.
This unkempt study evokes a feeling of the familiar, does it not?
In items or combat items? I'm gonna go in items. Oh, we've become a Bon Vivant and a Resolute, unfortunately.
No gain is insignificant.
And the gain we made was for in items that allow us to form a better relationship and de-stress. Unfortunately, 1 second. Unfortunately, those aren't going to be especially useful because Neko is now resolute and cannot drink. Anything else I can throw? Oh, we got another invigorating stew as well as some more flapjacks. I'm gonna get rid of the peculiar pods at this point. I'm very close to getting rid of the spoken sharply too. Our coach is sturdy. I trust her, says Mr. Gibberish as we crash.
Quickly, repair the damage and be off.
What do you mean? The Titanic is unsinkable, didn't you hear? Smokescreen? For the Widow, attempt to prevent a crit from her? Nice. Managed to add a combo token. Desperate grab, attempts and misses. And I think I will roll withstand, and if I get another turn, ruin. Just because of the size of this bad boy. I want to blind him to prevent a crit from his ability, but I also recognize that it's not a guarantee, far from a guarantee, in fact. I'm gonna use Harvest. I'm just gonna kill the Grieving Widow and remove the extra defense of the Woodsman. Big bleed. 5 for the next 6 turns. Donk. I mean, thank you for buffing my damage. Donk. Much appreciated. It's just very kind of you. Courtesy of the fact that the Jester is... Yeah, I'll use Launham. Courtesy of the fact that the Jester is hitting both of them at the same time, the guard will not occur. Oh, wow! Enough damage to just kill. Wild.
Though unpleasant in the extreme, this work is noble and necessary.
All right. I have one more fight before I get to the Exemplar. Oh, no, wait, no, I don't. That's a hazard, and I have defense for that. As a vital part of our mission, as vital a part of our mission as our blades, yes. We get 30 torch, 1 armor, 1 wheel. We only have to give up a little bit of relics for it, but relics are very useful, admittedly. But I don't think I require them as much as I do the things they can purchase. That's why they're useful. All right. Here we go. Time for the Templar.
A parody of human outline. It must be destroyed.
Oh, I hit the burn and the blight? Okay, I'm gonna try and actually kill the backline.
Malaise, measured and steady.
I obviously can't kill the backline. What the hell was I thinking? It would need to take 2 turns. Thankfully, I'm still pretty comfortable with long fights. Problem. That combo token is going to cause a lot of damage. The block token will help me defeat that though. Maybe I just let that combo token get consumed rather than trying to guard through it. Battle Ballad removes tokens, but I can't target the front position with it. Oh, the altar has also applied to attacker when hit, knockback 2, which is absurd. Really bad. We give Consecration of Light to our front line. Unfortunately, the second move made by the Exemplar this turn is going to be killing the altar. The altar, however, would die the next time it tried to activate, which would have been sick. Ooh, crit token. Let's see those.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
Annoying. That's just gonna constantly keep happening over the course of the fight, eh? Did not manage to blind it. There's the sacrifice.
Early results are encouraging.
It's just I know its next move is going to be striking me. But I can't just give up damage. There's the ball. Eats the combo token. Actually kind of fine. Go for Consecration and Fortitude on the second line. Gotta set something like that up eventually. I don't want Vestal to be in position 2, but the next move she's gonna use, it's fine if she is there.
Lethality writ large.
Reflection so I can then chop if I get a second action this round. For 34. Yep. Seems okay. Exaltation does some damage. Summons an enemy. Gonna use Divine Comfort rather than what I'd previously intended of Guard. We dodge the Prelude. Nice. No extra token for you. The Evangelist actually has the same HP as the Exemplar right now, but the Evangelist has a Block Plus token. I'm gonna try and take out the Exemplar before it has time to kill the Evangelist. I think it leaves the Evangelist alive for a full turn, and then the turn after this turn, it'll try and eat it. So if that's the speed it's actually operating at, we can have no problems. Yeah, I set up combo on the target. That's fine. That's all that needed to be. Fade to black, try for blindness again. Oh, crit for 30. What the hell? Down to death's door with the burn. What? My gosh. Okay. Get him.
The unrelenting application of violence yields morbid gain.
Oh my god, we can't stop. Plus 140% damage in this battle. And I've got another ruin if I wanted to use it again. Incroixable. That was a complete dismantling there, even if I made a mistake at the very start of the fight.
Burning brightly for all the world to see.
It's 50% damage per negative. No. Hail draft? No.
The loathing abates.
I can get negative tokens on gibberish, I just don't intend to. Can I prefer a different activator than movement resist on the leper? I'll answer that one for you. No. The answer is no. Oh! Straight onto the home yards. I'm gonna do all of my preparation for the very final fight at the start of the next episode, because this episode's long in the tooth. And the boss fight typically has a little bit of extra time in it, though I will note the body of work itself is a 3-stage boss fight that takes a while.
We would come here in summers of years gone to write, think, and rest.
Neko is slow-handed, Patricia has bad digestion, and Mr. Gibberish has a head injury. Oh, whoa, whoa! Tar-filled, oh, I'm probably not going to use that. Tar-filled clump. I'll cover myself with this, mind the fumes. If stealthed, no. +3 to blight dealt until next in. Oh well. That could have been fun. We get our additional 2 mastery, and our additional mastery. Far too much mastery. More mastery than we have skills. We'll deal with that in the start of the next episode. Until then, though, my name's been Rhapsody, the name of the game. It's been Darkest Dungeon 2. Top left is a series playlist for all my content in the game, past, present, and future. YouTube recommendations down below. Stream past the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. Out above the thanked in. Special thanks this episode to John. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourself, so we'll see you next time.